analyst recommends Packers pursue trade for star defensive linemen. On paper, the Green Bay Packers have a roster that appears quite formidable. There's a considerable amount of anticipation surrounding the defensive changes, as Jeff Hafley steps in to replace Joe Barry as the team's coordinator. Under Barry's 3-year tenure, the team did not meet expectations. Despite investing heavily in their defense, including numerous first-round draft picks, the results were underwhelming. However, there is optimism that Hafley's leadership will bring about significant improvement. One of the key aspects to watch will be the shift in defensive formations. Barry favored a 3-4 base scheme, while Hafley plans to implement a 4-3 base. This transition will necessitate position changes for several players and adjustments in their roles. The defensive line, in particular, will see a transformation, as the Packers will now utilize multiple defensive tackles along with 2 defensive ends. Consequently, the roster requires bolstering in this area, prompting Alex Ballentine of Bleacher Report to propose some bold moves. Ballentine has suggested that the Packers should make a concerted effort to acquire Jonathan Allen from the Washington Commanders. With the Commanders entering the early stages of a rebuild under general manager Adam Peters and head coach Dan Quinn, trading seasoned players for future assets could be a strategic move. Despite his production, the Washington Commanders' actions suggest that Allen might not be in their long-term plans. They have given Darren Payne a substantial contract extension and selected Jajon Newton in the second round of the draft. Meanwhile, Allen has 2 years remaining on his contract, and trading him post-June 1 would free up $15.4 million in cap space for the Commanders. Although Washington has made several significant moves this offseason, they are not yet in a position to compete at the same level as the Packers. Trading a veteran like Allen, who could elevate their performance, while accumulating draft picks could be advantageous for both teams, wrote Ballentine. The potential to free up a substantial amount of cap space could be very appealing to the Commanders. While Allen continues to be a highly productive player, the Commanders have positioned themselves with sufficient depth to consider moving him if a suitable trade offer arises. Over the past 2 seasons, Allen has amassed 80 pressures, 13 sacks, and 34 tackles for loss. As a genuine disruptor and game-changer in the trenches, he would be a significant upgrade for the Packers. His addition would greatly enhance Green Bay's run defense, an area where they have notably struggled.